Hello everyone and welcome to our I Pick My Butt video. More Survivor.io, chapter 59, beat it first try. And I don't want to say that this chapter is hard, but I don't want to say it's easy either, because the bosses in this seem to be incredibly tanky. Even with some of the best stats that I was able to grab here, they still took forever to kind of run down. Now, I did see this up and down board and I immediately thought to myself, oh great, this is going to be in our chapter 57, so I did what I would typically do, made the same build that I did for 57, or at least tried to, pretty close, and then did some bomb farming too, which I actually did pretty terrible at the bomb farming on it. But you see, we went in with Light Chaser, we did end up grabbing the drones, we got Guardian, we got the Lightning Emitter, and what else did I get? I think I grabbed Brick towards the end on it. And I also grabbed the drill. Now, I don't think we ever evoed the drill or ever evoed the brick. Actually, the last 2 minutes was me running around looking for a magnet, or at least running in one direction, and never grabbed it before going into the final boss. So, typical 15-minute chapter here. We're going to see the first elite, the 2-minute mark. And it's going to be one of the papillions, I think they call it in here. Pretty much a butterfly that spits poison at you. Nothing really too threatening, but as I said, shoots out poison, so just kind of be careful of that. But surprisingly, it wasn't really too tanky from the elite side. We do drop it pretty quickly, and you can see we're going to get some goods right here out of it. We do have some red breathing dragons or lizards inside of it. This is kind of the cash crop right here. These green bats, they're going to give decent loot, so definitely pay attention to them. Try to kill as many as you can within that minute period that you're going to see them pop out. So 5-minute mark is going to be the first boss, going to be the bounce bloom here, and I was kind of surprised. I thought this was going to drop a lot quicker than it did, and this one isn't anything difficult or worrisome to really have to, deal with, but I did take some hits on it. They don't really take you down too much. I mean, I think I take a couple of hits, and I do get down quite a bit, but, just play it safe. I guess I'm being a little bit too cocky trying to get those drones to attack on it, but you know how this one goes. Just be careful of the bouncing, just kind of, I don't know, stand still is probably the best option on it and just kind of strafe to the left or right. But for some reason, I'm just saying, hey, I'm going to drop this thing as fast, hit it with the drones, and ba-bing, we got her down. Now for the next 4 minutes, I don't want to say that the mobs are actually weak. I mean, they are taking a little bit, but I never really felt pressured at any point where I really had to run away and kind of find a safe zone. We are close to 17,000 attack on this with 60,000 health, so just kind of keep that in mind. This is a great time to farm. I probably should have been kind of going and doing some bomb farming on it, but I was kind of just going and enjoying the killing, and having that little bit of a shield over them does make it a touch harder to get rid of these guys. So there wasn't really a lot of room to say, hey, I'm just going to go in one direction up and one direction down. It did kind of take some, I'm going to stand here, take a couple of hits, move up, take a couple of hits. So just keep that in mind. But if you're around the same attack as me, you should just be able to kind of just relax a little bit and just play the game. But when I came to the 9-minute mark, I really didn't know what to expect. So I got a bomb sitting there just in case we get rushed by some stuff. But as you can see, we're going to go popper here, and nothing really too worrisome about it. It just is, I think it's one of the snowman type guys. You can see there's some blue lizards right there, but pretty much just play it safe. I was able to kind of move around halfway decent. It wasn't like the pigs coming out on 56 there, but able to move around, get rid of him, and now we can work our way to the next boss. Now, one thing I did forget to say is I didn't get the rocket at all, but I did grab as much HE fuel as I could to really extend that Guardian range on things. So that's something you definitely want to do if you're going through with this and doing the same build. Make sure you're getting that HE fuel. It's really going to help out with your drones, help out with the Light Chaser, and help out the Guardian. Really help out with everything. But we got the Shredder here. This didn't seem like it was going to be too much of a threat, but it did one-shot me here and there. So keep in mind there's going to be multiple times where it'll launch out poison at you, including the long dashes that it does, but it will do a short dash. It will do this kind of snowball effect thing. So just be careful. Like I said, I wasn't expecting it. I thought I could run from that actual dash on things, and it still ended up getting me, or maybe it was the jump on it. But overall, I guess this one seemed to drop maybe a little bit quicker than the first boss, but still, the first boss wasn't one-shotting me. So the second we step out of this actual boss here, you just see all them blue lizards coming in. But as I said, it's not as bad. You can see there was just a little bit of like maybe, I don't know, a 2 or 3 tile gap on it. They're not getting pressed like the other ones where it's just a mob or a crowd of just these things running in at you. So pretty easy to maintain on it all the way up to the 11-minute mark. And once again, we got a bomb sitting there ready just in case he was coming. But as you can see, it's the little shell dudes again there with a shield over them. So the fact that I can see that kind of blank open spot behind him just kind of makes me think, okay, nothing really too concerning. And there's nothing fire breathing for elites coming out either, which is a huge relief. And just to make sure I say it, that was an elite we took down at the 11-minute mark. We'll be getting the next one right here at the 12-minute mark. Now this one almost got me because I wasn't really paying attention. That actually happens to me a lot. I just kind of camp out and sit there, and next thing you know, it's just like, oh shoot, there's an elite, better move. So I guess having all that damage out there, which I still really wish there was a way that we could turn off some of those numbers or at least reduce those. I appreciate that we can reduce down the graphics of our abilities, but we really need to be able to see through all those massive red numbers there. And we got another bomb sitting there for now the 13-minute elite, which we'll just grab that, pop that. But once again, nice little gap up there. We are starting to get some of the pink butterflies coming out, but as you can see, another one kind of creeped up on me. And from here, like I said, just like I was doing on the other ones, once we drop this one, I'm running around and I'm going in one direction, trying to find a magnet. And in this situation, trying to find some health, which I think we got about our health halfway before going to the final boss. But you can see this one is a little bit tankier, but really nothing to worry about because the mobs aren't really rushing at me. So remember, we did die once when we faced the second boss, so going to this one, we technically still have one revive from the Eternal Suit, and we have our gem purchase, or our kind of revive stone, whatever you want to call it thing. But you can see, we're running around, just trying to do whatever we can, and I'm hating that that meter is going down as slow as we can. So there's another one right there. Maybe this one was the one I was talking about earlier. I thought I said the arrow one was shooting out poison, but I think I actually meant this one right here. So I might have gotten a little bit confused on it. But yeah, this one's going to go do some poison on it. This is also one of the ones where it's going to do the jump and have the 6 giant circles, and it's going to be delayed once it jumps and does that damage. So just be careful of that there. I've been fooled in the past. I think that's one of those things when you learn the first time on it, but still, you slip up here and there and game over for you. So once again, this one will also one-shot you, so be careful of that too. But you just kind of see how I'm doing, really working my way to make sure I don't get hit by the poison, just like the other chapters. You don't want to get hit by it, but if you run through it, it's not really going to do that much damage. It's still going to hurt, but it's not going to take you down in a one shot there. So we just died again, and now it's a matter of can we make it at the last little bit here, and it is getting pretty close, but somehow I wouldn't be making this video if I didn't do it. We ended up beating them and taking them down. So that's what I have for you guys. I'd love to know what you guys think about this chapter. They're hopefully getting easier. We'll hopefully bring you a 60 tomorrow. Join the Discord if you haven't already. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember, I pick my butt.